And it's the right time to do this because the smell of the fire takes me back to Pollok, to the Free State. And this is what happened at the Free State. Because at Pollok Free State, we were there for a while, we all know what it's all about, we were all angry about the attack on our community with a big road. So we were in a big Pollok huff. Anyway, what happened was, at the Pollok Free State, we had the University of Pollok Free State. And at that university, you learned how to cut cables, and how to block roads, and how to obstruct cutting machines. You learned a lot of brilliant things, and you learned to map read. And this day, we all got our maps, and we sat under the tree, which was our campus, and we were looking at the maps. And you know that thing when you've got a map and you have to look for your house? You just do. So I was like, whoa, there's my house in Govan Hill. And there's that, but the wrong map, there's a mistake with the map because there's a road in Govan Hill. And there isn't a big road in Govan Hill. And then somebody a lot wiser than me said, no, but there's going to be. So I said, well, what will we do about that? And he said, no, what will you do about that? So I took my wains and I went away home. And I had to think about this for a few minutes, and it was in the mid-90s, so it was a Criminal Justice Act and a whole load of stuff happening, a lot of community attacks just like now. So I went to a meeting there and I said to everybody there about this road, and nobody knew about it, nobody. So we were all a bit annoyed about the lack of consultation, about the intrusion in the community, about the pollution. People were annoyed about different things. So we decided to set up this organisation. So we did, Joint Action Against the M74, and we were really busy. And then this morning I opens the newspaper and I'm reading it, and there it says that the Chamber of Commerce have come out in favour of the M74 Northern Extension. Who are the Chamber of Commerce, says me. I know they don't live in Govan Hill. Who are they? So I went into a huff, the kind of huff that you just don't want to get in. And I was awfully angry. So I went down to the Peace Camp and I said, I'm awfully angry about this. And he says, aye, do something, Rosie, we'll put out a press release. And I said, I'm going to the Chamber of Commerce. And they said, that's good. Well, I was at college at the time and I had both pen and paper, but I also had a badge. So I went up to the Chamber of Commerce in George Square and I meandered in and I said to the receptionist, I'd like to discuss with whoever runs this place what it is you actually do for my course at college. So she says, I'll make you an appointment. And I said, thank you very much. And away came I went. And that's when the plot began. This was the Monday. I phoned my big brother Tam, he's a welder and an artist. And he says, I'll make the chains. I said, Tam, I want the best chains, the biggest chains, the chain 10 doll chains. I'm going to get them. And he says, I'll make you the chains. So he went out and rummaged in the skips till he found elevator cable. I don't know how familiar we are with elevator cable, right? So the next day, he's welded 2 loops in the end of this elevator cable, and he brought it up to me, and it was in a big bag, and I could see he was trying to get out the big bag. Elevator cable does that and tries to resist. So it was trying to get out the big bag, and I says, ta-ta, and opened the bag, and then it did it, right across the living room, right, the elevator cable. So I grabs it, and I starts rolling it back in, because I had to tame the beast, right, so I was grabbing it, rolling it, and rolling it, and rolling it. We rammed it back in the bag, and we tied the bag. Next morning, the Wednesday, Peace Camp has put out, the camp has put out a press release, but they didn't have any interest in anything we did anyway, so I went up Alison Street with my chain. It was still trying to escape through the bag, but I was still in control. And then I realised I've not got a padlock. So I goes into the wee shop at the top of Alison Street, and I says to the man, you'll all know you've got to be careful about your protest. You can't let people know what you're doing. So I says to the man, I'm away up to chain myself in at the Chamber of Commerce, which is George Square, and I've got a great big chain that will never get through. Could you give me a padlock? And he said, aye. So he gave me a padlock that was £2.59, and he gave me it for nothing. Yeah! So I took my padlock, stuck it in my pocket, took my chain out in the bag, got on the number 12 bus into George Square. When I get to George Square, there's an awful lot of people standing outside the Chamber of Commerce. So I'm like, okay, who are these people? And it was the media, because there was nothing happening. It was Valentine's Day, I remember that, and there was nothing happening. So they were in bubble hats and cagoules. There was a wee pens and paper. There was radio played was there, and there was a man with a camera. So I was like, oh, I need to do this now. I actually need to do this. So the bag and me and the chain and the padlock, and I just said to myself, 1, 2, 3, go! So I ran up the stairs of the Chamber of Commerce. When I got up the stairs and burst through the door with the press all running after me, the lassie on reception, she took one look at me and she went, hello, oh no! And the train came out, but I couldn't let her run away. I held the chain right, and I ran to oven myself, right? And I ran and I chained myself in the padlock. That dog came out and supported me. Changed myself to the banister, and then I just went, right. All the journalists came in and they sat, it was like a doctor's waiting room, they all sat around like that. And then I thought, what am I going to do now? I was on my Todd, it was a one-woman event, right? So I was like, for a wee while, and the receptionist was looking at me and I was looking at her and I didn't know what to say, so I just went, take me to your leader. She was just anyway, after a wee while, there's a door there with a wee circle, a wee window, and a wee face appears at it, a wee shiny man with nice hair. And he appears at it in a tie, and we made eye contact and he went like that. And then a big policy's face appeared right at it, and I was like that. Made eye contact and he went like that as well. And then the next thing, they decided that all the journalists were actually fellow protesters because they never thought to check. I'm hiding the padlock under here because bear in mind this is an uncuttable force, but that you could draw a dirty look and it would have walked right, so I was like, fearless. A Masonic handshake later and they'd locked the building down, right? The whole building was locked down and I was just standing there. Tours past live radio from the siege at the Chamber of Commerce. So I'm just standing there and the lassie on reception, the phone rings and she's like, has she stayed? I mean, Peter Jew, she stayed. And she was like, hello. She went, it's your mum. Well, yeah, you know what I'm like when I'm angry. Aye, Tam did make a cable, so what? 4 or 5 hours, she's on over, it's like you're busting for a pee, but there's no way you're giving in, no way. It's out on radio, there's filming, there's a whole lot of stuff going on, but the NUJ, the journalist union, get wind of their membership all being locked in, yes. Phone goes again. Here she is. I'm taking calls all the time. Hello? NUJ? Yes, there's quite a few of your members here, we'll put you on loudspeaker. Alright, NUJ rep takes the phone, NUJ's going off at sea, right, totally off at sea. So I'm still standing there, Strathclyde's finest arrived, the police come in, and they're like, right, madam, what's your point? I was like, what's your point? I had none of the things to say. 5 minutes later, and he was like, where's the key? And I did that really childish thing of, but it was in my pocket. Not one of them, they examined the cable, not one of them thought to look at the padlock. Right? I'm not joking. A paper clip, you would have sprung it, it was terrible, it was a terrible clip. So I just stood like that, and the hand of defiance kept them away. Aye. So I said, and they were examining the chain, and you know you're under arrest, and blah, 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 blah. So this goes on for a long, long time. But 6 hours has passed by now, I'm still standing there chained up trying to keep up the front but really dying for the toilet. But other people had heard it, the militant group had heard it and they were like, we need to take that woman up something. I didn't know, they stopped Francis and Ryan and they came up with donuts and coffee. And I was like, bring on the donuts, keep the coffee. Right, so they were like, sure, no bother. But the police came back in again and they went like, Francis, you leave, she's under arrest when we get her out of that. And they brought in a big pair of police scissors and they got my chain down there, right, and they started trying to cut it and it wouldn't, because the elevator cable just doesn't do it and you're meant to do it, because it's for holding a lift up, think about it. It would hold everyone else up. So they've got their scissors, they're taking runnies across the reception of the Chamber of Commerce and jumping on the scissors, right, and it wouldn't cut through it, and I was like, funny police, and they were getting red, and they were furious. Honest to God, they were furious. So they were jumping at this and they couldn't get it and one of them says, we'll need to bring in the fire brigade. So we've got the police and the fire brigade, I'm waiting for the Coast Guard to come up the bloody Clyde, right? I'm just standing there with the shittiest padlock place, right? It's like nothing, it's like a bit of paper. So I'm like, right, there's still no thought to look. Fire brigade come in, full rig out, full with the big visors and all that. They've got a big giant machine. So they start up this machine and I go, stop! It's quite dramatic that. Stop! And they went, what? And I said, I do not represent a threat, nor a fire, nor a danger to any member of the public. And I don't think that your union, the FBU, would like you to cut me out of a peaceful protest. And the guy went, oh. And I went, no. I was hoping he went, no, Henry. And he says, oh, hold on a minute. So he phones the FBU. So by now we've had the NUJ, the FBU, and my MUM on the phone. And he phones them, and they say, right, enough, you can't be cutting that last year. Right. So I'm like, sometimes I wish I was rang. Sometimes I was rang. But after I knew, we were at 8 hours now. And after I knew, the firefighters were like, look, Hen, we understand your pain. Right? You've been here a long time. We're going to cut you. And I was like, right, do you mind if I just look a bit angry about that? No, you look as angry as you like. I was like, no. So they came in with the goggles, right, and they gave me goggles and they gave my pals goggles because they refused to leave. Everybody else was moved out the Chamber of Commerce, and then they came with a big device that would finally liberate these chains. And they cut, and they cut, and they cut, and then eventually, pa-ching! The elevator cable in 2 bits by this time went pa-ching, boom! Because they'd been trying to straighten out for 2 days. And the police all had to jump up like that as the elevator cable went flying. It was absolutely brilliant. So 2 police, they came to me, they cuffed me, put me in handcuffs, these women. And they led me through the Chamber of Commerce. By the way, I still don't know what they do in there. They led me through the Chamber of Commerce, and I was in it for 8 hours, and I still don't know what they do in there. You know, these lovely stairs made of marble, out into the back of Chambers of Commerce, and I'm now opposite Queen Street Station, where there's 2 bus stops and a Burger King. People don't know that. I've done a whole shift. Folk were going to their work when I went, and folk were coming home from their work as I was leaving. And all the people on that bus stop were like that looking at me, and they were laughing as I was led away. The building was surrounded by police for that and the padlock, right? And they were laughing at me as I was led away, and there was something in me that I don't know who it came from, because I just went, I'm not a shoplifter! I'm a freedom fighter! And just came out right into it as we do. Those were the days! Yeah? You ready? Do you all know this? Once upon a time there was a tavern where we used to raise a glass or 2. Remember how we laughed away the hours, thinking of all the great things we would do. Those were the days, my friend, I thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We'd live the life we choose, we'd fight and never lose. Those were the days, oh yes, I swear. Help me up on it. La 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 la. By us, we lost our starry notions on the way. And if by chance I'd see you in the tavern, we'd smile at one another and we'd say, those were the days, my friend, I thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. Just tonight I stood before the tavern Nothing is the way it used to be. Logging on. And in the glass I saw a strange reflection. Was that lonely woman really me? Those were the
days, my friend, we thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. Those were the days.
Yay! Oh, wait a minute. Through the door there came familiar laughter. I saw your face and then you called my name. Oh, my friend, we're old but no wiser. But in our hearts the dream is still the same. Those were the days.
We'd sing and dance forever and a day.
We live the life we choose, we fight and never lose. Those were the days, oh yes, those were the days. La 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 la. Oh God, you know. What were my wins? La 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 la. Those were the days.
Yay!
Thank you, Glasgow. One for the road. Got an instrument here, wind instrument. Right, this is a wee song we adapted. It's a gentle song for gentle people. I'm so puffed out I can't tell you. Have I done it again? You ready, son? I'm going home, I've had enough. Now I'm in a huff. Sorry. I used my right to protest and was shackled to a rail. The police came and lifted me and put me in the jail with a blanket and a pail. So pick me up in prison around 3:30. I was detained all night by Her Majesty. I know that they'll be watching on their CCTV. I won't make fun or show my bum, cause they'll remember me. So pick me up in prison around past. The right to protest is to me the bedrock of a strong democracy. But powerful vested interests will always have their way. A rolling sausage for the jailer would really make my day, and a wee digestive tea. So pick me up in prison around 3:30. I was detained all night by Her Majesty. I know that they'll be watching on their CCTV. I won't make fun or show my bum, cause they'll remember me. So pick me up in prison around past. Woohoo! The right. Oh, start again. Westminster, you are so snide. You stuck your nuclear weapons on the Clyde. They cost a ton of money, line the pockets of elite. Right up
Your Downing Street.
So pick me up in prison around half-past 3. I was detained all night by Her Majesty. I know that they'll be watching on their CCTV. I won't make fun or show my bum, 'cause they'll remember me. So pick me up, hey, around half-past 3. Well, the Reliance Spanish cheering, and I can't believe I see my pals are at the prison around half-past 3. Do you know how we end this? Put on a look, put on a look, put on a look. I'll go and trim my curtain and we'll go on our merry way.
Hey!
I've passed it! I get too old for this!